Hi everyone, I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Just a few things for this week. It looks like it's going to be warm and dry, so that means we'll have to keep up on watering a bit. And I could do without 80-degree temperatures in November, but I guess it is what it is. Starting in this bed, we can harvest some cilantro, especially down at this end. Just take like a stem or two off of each plant, just the bigger ones. In this bed we can thin out the carrots a little bit. Maybe that was done. Oh, well, actually maybe that was done last week too. But if there are any spots where you see carrots really bunched up, we could thin those out a little bit. I did try planting some scallions in kind of the blank areas in this bed. I haven't seen anything come up yet. So TBD, that might just not happen. I've put quite a few seeds in this bed and we'll see what happens here. We'll just keep this watered. Going back in. We can, there's actually probably going to be quite a bit to harvest Monday. We can keep harvesting off of the arugula. We can harvest more lettuce. The lettuce is getting pretty big, so probably harvest, just some of the larger leaves around here. But we'll definitely need to do that this week. I've kind of been ignoring that. Swiss chard, the rainbow chard kind of took a hit last week with the freeze. So we can clean up some of the leaves that look damaged, and then just kind of see where we are. We might have a little bit to harvest in both the Swiss chard beds. We'll have mustard to harvest, which I think is starting to go to seed. Yeah, you can see that right there. We can harvest cabbage leaves. I have cabbage a couple other places too, which I'll show you. We can keep harvesting on the kale. This bed took a little bit of a hit last week. I think it's mostly the beet greens that are looking a little rough. We can harvest radishes, which you can kind of see down here. There's radishes in this bed. There's also radishes in bed number 10. The collards look like they were harvested pretty well last week, although there are collards here in this bed. We can keep harvesting off of the Asian greens along the bottom. This bed is kind of a mix. I think there's like kale here at the front, which can be harvested, and then there's also some cabbage in the back half of the bed, and we can take some of the leaves off of those. And really anything that you're harvesting, look on the underside of the leaves and make sure that there aren't any aphid problems. I went through and sprayed quite a few beds last week with neem oil for aphid problems, and I'm really hoping, it seems like maybe that helps a bit more than the insect soap has. So we'll just have to kind of keep an eye on that. There are some mustard greens to harvest up in this white barrel too. And then we'll start harvesting on the purple broccoli. So you can see the heads are forming up. There's a couple of nice ones here and here. And basically we just want to harvest like right below where it's sprouting. So like right down here is where I would harvest this, so that you get kind of all that whole top section. But then once you harvest the top of or you harvest that first initial head, we should still be getting side shoots off of these. So hopefully this is something that'll keep producing. So like on this one, see, I can maybe show you a little bit better. We can harvest it like here, so that we get all this stuff up top. and then we'll keep letting it produce side shoots. There is, I think, some cabbage, which is still pretty small, and then there's also radishes in this bed. We can harvest that, and then I'm watering right now, so I can't get too close, but I want to take basically everything that's in these barrels here that's being watered and move those. So we'll find a home for find a new home for what's in there, so we can move the flowers around and just kind of tuck those into the beds. And then there's just one plant in the middle of each barrel or bag, and we can put more up around the raspberries. I know that there's just kind of blank spots around here, so we can just kind of go around and try to fill in some blank spots. And then what I'm going to do eventually is take the soil that's in there and put it in this new bed, but I'm going to first figure out if I need to stain this, and then we'll probably put some plastic around the inside before we fill it all the way up with soil. So, but I would really just like to get these out of the way. That makes sense, hopefully. And then, let's see, we need to keep watering here. I think we just re-sowed more spinach in both of these beds. This has kind of been an ongoing battle. There were some that came up in this bed, but they were really pulleys, so I put down slug bait. So we'll see if anything comes of these two beds. I'm really hoping at some point we can get 2 beds of spinach, but that seems to be harder than it looks. What else? I think that's probably about it. I am planning to be here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I think Lannon has strep throat right now, so my schedule might be a little wonky this week. So if I'm not here and you expect me to be, just know that I'm probably at home with a sick kid. But you can just call me or text me anytime with questions. And I think that's about it. Thanks for your help in advance. Talk to you soon. Bye.